The STEET-PONTE Auto Group in Yorkville and Herkimer and Turnbull Insurance Service since 1866 present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. Pick up the new December issue of Mohawk Valley Living magazine, our most jam-packed issue yet, featuring our Christmas Family Fun Guide. Available for free exclusively at hundreds of advertiser locations and online at mohawkvalleyliving.com. We're happy to announce the new Mohawk Valley Living online events calendar, filled with things to do and free stuff too. You can even add your own club or organization's events for free. Go online to mohawkvalleyliving.com and check out our new events calendar.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. We have an announcement to make. Very soon the show will be going into what might be called semi-retirement. We'll still be on every Sunday morning with a brand new show premiering the first Sunday of every month. Then it will be shown throughout the month, but don't worry, we're still going to be around for quite a few years to come.
Starting in 2015, the Mohawk Valley Living TV show will be in semi-retirement. A brand new show will premiere the first Sunday of each month and air every Sunday at the same regular times. We look forward to bringing you many more years of Mohawk Valley Living. There's nothing like a visit to the Fenimore Art Museum to get into the holiday spirit. 6 local garden clubs have decked the halls with the 12 Days of Christmas. We're given a tour of the many exhibits, including the popular Dorothea Lange Show by Director of Education Danielle Henrici.
Dorothea Lange is my personal favorite. I've been absolutely blown away by that exhibit. It's very moving. It's about it's almost like a journey through the Depression and the Dust Bowl era and her career. And she was an amazing woman. So that has been a very popular exhibit for us. And then, of course, the Folk Art and American Modernism exhibit is really, really, really incredibly beautiful. And basically, artist collectors pulled together all of this folk art from across the country, and now we've got it right here in our museum. And we're really very well known for our folk art collection, and so this is sort of like a crowning jewel. It's absolutely fantastic. So I would say hurry and come see those exhibits. And we also have every Sunday at 1 o'clock James Fenimore Cooper in character giving a tour of the Cooper Room here, which is really fabulous and not to be missed. And of course, our L.F. Tantillo, Len Tantillo exhibit is unbelievable. Len paints scenes from New York State history across the last 400 years, and honestly, I've never seen anything like it. It's like they glow from within. They're so beautiful. Whether it's a maritime scene or a farming scene, it's incredible, and if anybody has an interest in painting or history, they have to see this exhibit. I am so excited because December is actually my favorite season here at the museums, and over at the Farmers Museum, every single year we have Candlelight Evening, which is unbelievably beautiful. We've got 1,000 luminaries that are lit on, this year it's December 13th, Saturday, December 13th. And so the Farmers Museum is just lit from within, and hearths glowing out of all of the windows, and we have our interpreters there, blacksmith shop and the print shop and the pharmacy, and they're all there working amongst all of these candles. And we've got carolers and wassail, and Santa Claus will be there in the schoolhouse, and we have choirs singing in the church. And we have an actor who is going to be in character as Charles Dickens, and he'll be doing a dramatic reading of Dickens' classic, A Christmas Carol. And that is actually a prelude to our theatrical productions of A Christmas Carol, which we will be doing for the 2nd year in a row. We plan on making it an annual tradition. And it's bigger and better this year because we've got really great sets, and we've got all new lights, and we're really, going whole hog with our dramatic interpretation program. So it's a very exciting moment at the Farmers Museum.
There are many exciting things to see and do at the Fenimore Art Museum and Farmers Museum in Cooperstown, including Candlelight Evening Saturday, December 13th, and a Christmas Carol December 14th and 20th. You are also invited to enjoy free admission to the Fenimore Art Museum December 7th through 12th, closed Mondays. Visit FenimoreArtMuseum.org for all event information. The STEET-PONTE Auto Group is proud to bring Mohawk Valley Living to you each week, serving the Utica area and the Valley with outstanding customer service. In Yorkville at STEET-PONTE Ford Lincoln Mazda, STEET-PONTE Volkswagen, and STEET Toyota Scion. And in Herkimer at STEET-PONTE Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's so easy to do business with STEET-PONTE. You go the extra mile for your small business and should expect the same from your insurance company. For over 140 years, Turnbull Insurance Service has been committed to local small business. For your commercial coverage, turn to the company ready to go that extra mile. Turn to Turnbull.
I love Mohawk Valley Living.
I love Mohawk Valley Living.
I love Mohawk Valley Living.
I absolutely love Mohawk Valley Living.
I love Mohawk Valley Living.
Mark your calendars for the 7th annual Christmas in Little Falls, Saturday, December 13th. Enjoy a good old-fashioned Christmas with live music, carriage rides, and free family events. There is shopping and an indoor farmers market and artisans fair, Saturday, December 13th in Little Falls.
Now through December 31st, visit Cooperstown and the Fenimore Art Museum's new exhibition, Dorothea Lange's America. Explore Lange's intriguing Depression-era photographic images of migrant workers, suffering families, and tortured landscapes.
For more information, visit FenimoreArtMuseum.org.
The Fenimore Art Museum, overlooking Otsego Lake in Cooperstown. Great American art in a beautiful setting.
Melrose Supermarket is your family hometown market, known for their choice hand-cut meats, homemade breads, and fresh pastas and salads. Check out the weekly specials at Melrose Supermarket, East Main Street in Frankfort. Design it your way at Adirondack Furniture. Whether you're looking for furniture for your bedroom, living room, or dining room, you get to choose your style, wood type, finish, fabric, and hardware. American Made gives you the freedom of choice. Shop Adirondack Furniture for the best quality and price for solid wood furniture made in the USA. Ask about 0% financing and free delivery. Adirondack Furniture, Riverside Center, North Utica, and online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com. Experience the magic of Candlelight Evening, a special event at the Farmers Museum. Take part in caroling, enjoy complimentary wassail warmed over open fire, and tour the grounds by horse-drawn wagon. An unforgettable tradition, sure to put your family in the holiday spirit. Saturday, December 13th from 3 to 7 at the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown. One of the artisans you'll find at the Poolville Market this Saturday is Poolville neighbor Beth DuBois. We find her busy in her studio working on delicate jewelry, setting stones in handmade sterling silver settings.
I majored in fine art in college, took a few jewelry classes, and after college got a job at a jewelry shop and decided to keep doing it. I thought it would be a good thing I could do with kids at home, and I'm still doing it.
And what attracted you to jewelry making?
I think I just liked working with the metal and the stones. I like wearing jewelry. I work in sterling silver mostly, and stones, cabochon stones, and I guess mostly I'm inspired by the shape of the stones. I kind of let the process unfold as I'm making the jewelry. A lot of times I don't know what I'm doing as I'm making it. I look at the stones and how things fit together and see what comes of it.
I am so glad we came here to Beth's because in about 15 minutes I was able to wrap up my Christmas shopping. I now have the presents for my 3 daughters and my daughter-in-law, and they're going to love them.
We stop next door for brunch at the historic Poolville Country Store. Chefs Charles and Roger opened early for us, welcoming us again as they did when we first visited here 4 years ago.
Charles and Roger knew that my favorite breakfast is Eggs Benedict, and I couldn't for 1 second believe they could take it a step further but they did, because now my most favorite breakfast is forever going to be crab cake, eggs Benedict. If you've never had it, come down here, make it a point, because it is fantastic.
The Poolville Country Store is open today for brunch from 10:30 to 1 and is open for dinner Wednesday through Sunday beginning at 5 p.m. It is located at the Four Corners in Poolville.
Traveling round the Mohawk Valley, let's see what we can.
If you travel north of Earlville on Route 12B at milking time, you'll witness a curious sight. A herd of dairy cows making their way from the pasture to the milking house through a tunnel under the road. The milk from these grass-fed dairy cows and other local dairies produce sweet meadow butter under the name of Creamhilt Dairy Farms. The name Creamhilt is an homage to the first Miller Creamhilt herd, brought from Holland to nearby Peterborough in 1869. You can find Creamhilt Dairy Farms sweet meadow butter at local markets, including the Poolville Farmers Market this Saturday from 10 to noon. We travel northeast of Earlville to Lebanon Center Road and Fruit of the Fungi. Here, the Mangine family raises gourmet mushrooms that are served at local restaurants and sold at local farmers markets.
Well, we actually drill holes in the wood and place what we call spawn, which is mushroom mycelium and sawdust, a mix, in each hole, and wax it over. And then we'll take the logs and let them incubate. We'll put them in a shady spot for about 12 to 14 months and just let that mycelium grow. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. It's a slow process, but every year we're seeing growth. We're seeing demand for our product. The mushroom farming is a unique skill set, so there's not a lot of other people out there doing it, so we see a lot of potential in the central New York area. So we're just, you know, every year we're trying to get a little bigger and work a little harder and expand our markets, and we think that over time it's going to really work out well for us.
You'll find Fruit of the Fungi gourmet mushrooms at the Poolville Farmers Market the second and fourth Saturday of the month. Also available at the Westmoreland Market the first Saturday of the month, the Utica Food Shed, and online at fruitofthefungi.com.
Just trying to find my way back home.
We drive around Stone Mill Pond towards Earlville and the home of Carol Riley. Her homespun business, Frosty Days, is a company she began with her mother and her daughters. The business grew out of their love of sewing.
The sewing part, I started sewing back in 4-H, probably when I was around 8, and all the girls learned how to sew, and then once we got to the basic aprons and stuff, then my mother took over teaching me. She's an excellent seamstress, so then we moved on to dresses and skirts and coats and things. So I actually learned mostly from her. Then we had 2 daughters. I had 2 daughters, and I decided, my husband and I decided that I wanted to stay home, that we wanted me to be able to stay home to raise them. So not having a paycheck was a real bummer, and especially at Christmas time. So my mother and I decided we would start making mittens and hats, and that's how we started, just for Christmas money. And we went to a couple shows, craft shows, and that's how we started. We have fun doing it. We work at the stations where we have the sewing machines across, and we're throwing hats over. Okay, do this part, and okay, I got this done, finish this up, or with mittens and stuff. So we enjoy it. We have a nice time together, and going to the shows is fun. When the girls were little, we'd take my daughters along, and they would be helping and do the bagging and everything. So it was quite a family affair there.
Just trying to find my way.
You can find Frosty Days fleece apparel and felted scarves at the Earlville Opera House Holiday Sale. Also available at the Artisans Corner in Clinton, or call 837-4221.
Just trying to find my way back.
When planning your family's future, turn to the principles of the past. Turn to Turnbull. Turnbull Insurance Service is an independent agency representing the most dependable companies for all your insurance needs, as well as complete financial planning and wealth management. Call today for a free assessment. Enjoy a free evening of jazz with the Hamilton College Jazz Ensemble, Tuesday, December 9th at 7:30 p.m. And reserve your tickets now for the Nutcracker with Utica Dance, featuring live musical accompaniment by the Hamilton College Orchestra, Saturday and Sunday, December 13th and 14th at 7:30 p.m. Utica Dance will also feature 2 matinee performances at 2 p.m. Call 859-4331 to reserve your tickets for the Nutcracker at the Wellen Hall Schambach Center for Music and the Performing Arts at Hamilton College in Clinton.
Now through December 31st, visit Cooperstown and the Fenimore Art Museum's new exhibition, Dorothea Lange's America. Explore Lange's intriguing Depression-era photographic images of migrant workers, suffering families, and tortured landscapes.
For more information, visit FenimoreArtMuseum.org.
The Fenimore Art Museum, overlooking Otsego Lake in Cooperstown. Great American art in a beautiful setting.
Paca Gardens has the largest selection of the finest alpaca clothing and products in central New York. The store has doubled in size and features hundreds of sweaters for men, women, and children starting at just $39.95. There are also dozens of styles of soft alpaca socks in a rainbow of colors, including therapeutic socks to aid circulation. There are also warm hats, mittens, and scarves. Paca Gardens offers layaway and gift certificates and is open 7 days a week through Christmas at 27 West Main Street in Little Falls. Winter fashion begins at the Village Crossing. Save 20% all this week on all sweaters, including Made in America by Margaret Winters. Save on sweaters this week at the Village Crossing in Clinton.
I, R.A. Dudrak, the Window King, invite you to visit our showroom in Holland Patent, or we'll come to your home by appointment. We've been installing replacement windows for over 45 years. Keep your palace cool in the summer and warm in the winter by adding new windows. Many styles and selections to choose from. Bay, bow, garden, and double hung, single hung, and slider windows. The Window King also introduces color replacement windows. So take a short drive to R.A. Dudrak, Holland Patent, and tell them the Window King sent you.
Expecting company? Just call Deansboro Superette. They prepare delicious Middle Eastern platters for any number of guests. Call 841-4377. Pick up the new December issue of Mohawk Valley Living magazine, our most jam-packed issue yet, featuring our Christmas Family Fun Guide. Available for free exclusively at hundreds of advertiser locations and online at mohawkvalleyliving.com.
To my heart, fishing down by the tall oak tree, trying to catch the ones that got away. Ooh, take me back. Ooh, let me stay. Ooh, take me back to my childhood dreams of yesterday.
Did you know Genesee Street is well over 5 miles long? There are many architectural treasures along its route, like the eye-catching Triangle Coffee Shop building across from the Gold Dome Bank.
The building behind me is really amazing as a piece of architecture. It's been here since 1884. Turnbull Insurance was upstairs here in the 1800s, and the coffee shop on the first floor has been here since 1929. And I think Terry Kane has been here flipping flapjacks for about that long. I don't dare tell him that, do I?
We can see traveling round the Mohawk Valley. Let's see.
We head from an old coffee shop to a relatively new one at 92 Genesee Street, Utica Coffee Roasting Company. It was founded in 2007 to produce fine coffee and to help revitalize this historic part of downtown. We're greeted by the fresh aroma of roasting coffee and by owner Frank Elias. His company seeks out the finest green coffee in the world to roast fresh here in Utica. There are bags and bags of raw coffee beans waiting to be roasted, like Guatemalan Antigua, Sumatra, Brazil Cerrado, Colombian Organic, and a Swiss water-pressed Costa Rican decaf. Oh, and of course, espresso. This is Utica. Frank demonstrates the process that turns these green little beans into the magical flavor people around Utica and the world crave.
Heart's in your hand, leave it to you. You can take it.
I am here at the Utica Coffee Roasting Company, enjoying some of their very, very fresh roasted coffee. As a matter of fact, you just made this for me 2 minutes ago, right? And to add to the Utica flavor, when you stir the coffee here, you'll be using a stirrer that is made of pasta. How Utica is that? Everything here is local. The artwork on the walls, the bagels here are from Diorio's, and the cookies are from Napoli's. And what else? Sushi. Sushi is from Lotus Garden. So you come in here, everything is Utica.
Did you ever all of life's lessons? Everything here is just saying, oh, everything here is insane. Oh, can't you see I'd be flattered at the
If you're craving some fresh roasted Utica coffee, grab a cup at the Tramontaine Cafe, tucked off of Court Street on Lincoln Ave. There's always fresh coffee brewing and interesting conversation percolating.
We visited the Tramontaine when it first opened, and here it is. They're celebrating their 4th anniversary. It is so good to see that they're successful. Even though we are in West Utica, when I come in here, it feels so much like being in Lower Manhattan.
We'll find any excuse to visit the magnificent Union Station. The 47-foot-high vaulted ceiling supported by marble columns is awe-inspiring. Our excuse this time is a haircut for our host. We noticed a new barbershop pole spinning in the window of the old barbershop. The price is as reasonable as we remember, but when we enter, we notice a new barber. He seems as interested in the shop's history as we are and points out some of the famous heads of hair that have walked through the door. And our host steps right up.
Because my old friend who owned this for a long time, Dan Criaco, was ill, and he didn't want this place to close up. So he called me up one day and asked me if I would be interested in keeping it open, because it had been in his family for 67 years. So I said I would give it a try. So here I am. I did it because I didn't want the place to close. It's a great building. It's a great barbershop, as you can see, very much the same as it was in 1913. And I wanted to keep it that way, you know. So my son and I decided to come down here and give it a try.
The STEET-PONTE Auto Group is proud to bring Mohawk Valley Living to you each week, serving the Utica area and the Valley with outstanding customer service. In Yorkville at STEET-PONTE Ford Lincoln Mazda, STEET-PONTE Volkswagen, and STEET Toyota Scion. And in Herkimer at STEET-PONTE Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's so easy to do business with STEET-PONTE.
Welcome to the Little Falls Antique Center in the shops at 25 West. Come on in and browse thousands of unique items that change on a daily basis. Shop for yourself or for someone else. We're open every day from 10 to 5. We look forward to your visit here at historic Canal Place in Little Falls.
Call Yannick Excavating for all your residential and commercial projects, from new construction and land clearing to septic systems, driveways, basements, ponds, and topsoil. Visit yannickexcavating.com. Meelan's Market is your holiday meat headquarters, featuring low-salt, low-fat smoked ham and store-made kielbasa. Try their famous crown roast of pork or prime rib, and be sure to pre-order your fresh seafood and shrimp platters. Meelan's Market at the Four Corners in Clark Mills. Tom's Natural Foods is your connection to local farms for natural and organic fruits and vegetables, meats, eggs, cheeses, and other milk products. At Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally.
The people you know, the rock you love, and more songs per hour. 92.7 FM, The Drive, Central New York's locally owned independent rock station.
Pick up the new December issue of Mohawk Valley Living magazine, our most jam-packed issue yet, featuring our Christmas Family Fun Guide. Available for free exclusively at hundreds of advertiser locations and online at mohawkvalleyliving.com. The Kirkland Arts Center in Clinton presents Local Arts.
Hey Catherine, there's no way to tell.
In the rolling hills south of Hartwick, we visit the studios of Cherry Valley Designs. Believe it or not, this is retirement, at least according to Lorraine and Tom Ives. They keep busy creating handcrafted items such as hand-woven textiles, beeswax candles, and custom wooden furniture.
Well, we got into it when we moved to Cherry Valley. We bought an old house, almost a 200-year-old house, and it was historic. And I knew a guy who was going to be moving from that area back down to New Jersey, and that meant beeswax candles, because that's a very historic thing. They were actually, beeswax was the light of the kings and queens, and the peasants and servants were doing whale oil lamps and stuff and smoking up their houses and all that kind of stuff. So, and the weaving was the same thing. Rabbit Goody was a local weaver. She was a weaver at the Farmers Museum, and she was giving a class, a weekend introductory class, and we took that, and then she had some music. We bought a loom from her, and then well, we kind of got a little bit out of control maybe, but it's something that we really enjoyed doing, and you know, it's more of enjoyment of doing it than anything else, than making money. Although we do, you know, we do make some money. We have a couple of shops we supply with stuff, but it's basically it started out just kind of like doing it for ourselves and for our family, and then it just kept on going. You know, you'd be surprised. You don't think people in the modern day still know about things like this or don't appreciate it, because we're in this computer age and we're spinning around, the blogosphere's out there and all this kinds of stuff. But when you start, especially when they come to you, or you go to a show or something and you bring a loom with you and you're actually weaving and you're doing something handcrafted, and they know it, they see what you've got to do it, they really respect that, and they appreciate that. And you know, that's how it came about. That's how it goes. People really respect the old ways, even though they sometimes don't know much about it anymore, because we're so mechanized, and you know, it's the modern age is kind of out of control. But we go back in time. We just do our thing here at Cherry Valley Designs, and that's what you see is what you get, you know.
You can find the handcrafted items made at Cherry Valley Designs at Gems Along the Mohawk in Herkimer. It is open every day and located at exit 30 right off the thruway.
What it is hanging